Hey guys, tonight's lesson is on multiplying and dividing fractions, and I'm going to show you both. They're very, very simple in terms of if you remember the rule, and that's what I'm going to show you in this video here. Okay, so just pretend you had, let's do blue, let's do 2/5 times 4, let's say eighths. So today, we just did this very briefly, but what you would do is you would multiply the numerators with the numerators and denominators with the denominators. So just multiply across the top. So 2 times 4 is 8. 5 times 8 is 40. And then, of course, you would put this in lowest terms. So you would say what goes into 8 that also goes into 40, and then you would reduce that to lowest terms. So if we know our factors, we know that we can divide 8 by 8 to get 1, and we can divide 40 by 8 to get 5. So 8 over 40 reduced would be 1 over 5. Let's do another couple of examples. Let's do 3 over 7 times 2 over 6. So again, multiply across the top. 3 times 2 is 6. Multiply across the bottom. 7 times 6 is 42. And again, to reduce this, we can divide each of these by 6. So 6 divided by 6 is 1, and 42 divided by 6 is 7. So reduced, it would be 1 over 7. All right, so now pretend you have division. So you would have, let's just do like 4/8 divided by, let's do 1/2. What you would do is you would flip the second number. So you would keep 4/8, but instead of 1/2, you would flip the denominators and the numerator. So now it would be 2 over 1. And now it becomes a multiplication question. As soon as you switch those, now all you have to do to solve it is you multiply, just like I showed you on the previous page. So you go 4 times 2 is 8, and 8 times 1 is 8. So actually, 8 over 8 is 1 whole. All right. So what happens when we have a number or a fraction that's bigger than 1 or greater than 1? So just say we had 1 and 2/5 times, let's do 1/3. What we would do first is we would change this mixed number into an improper fraction. So again, the way we do that is we multiply the 5 times 1, that gives us 5, and then we add the 2. So 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 is 7. The denominator stays the same, so it would actually be 7/5 over 1/3. Again, we multiply across the top. 7 times 1 is 7, 5 times 3 is 15. Okay, and if this stayed an improper fraction where the numerator was greater than the denominator, then we would just flip it back to a mixed number. Similarly, if you had 2 and 2/5 divided by, let's do 3, 6ths, again, you would change this mixed number into an improper fraction. So you go 2 times 5 is 10. Then you go plus 2. So that would be 12 over 5. Okay, and then this number, again, with division, we swap them. We swap the numerator and the denominator. So it would be 6 over 3. And then we multiply. And so we go 12 times 6 is 72. And 15 times 3 would be 45. And this is an instance where we do have an improper fraction. Okay, so we can reduce this first, and then we can change it back into a mixed number, or we could just change it into a mixed number now. So we could do, how many times is 45? Go into 70, it goes in once. And how many is left over? Well, 72 minus 45 would be 27. So 27 45ths would be the mixed number. And then, of course, you see if you can reduce it. So the whole number stays the same. What can we divide into 27 that we can also divide into 45? Well, the answer would be 9. That would be a big factor in there. So 27 divided by 9 would be 3. And 45 divided by 9 would be 5. So our new number here would be a mixed number, 1 3/5. Okay, and here are your two key assessment questions. So the first one's multiplication, 2 1/4 times 3 1/3, and the second question is 1 3/4 divided by 5/6. Okay, and that is due tomorrow. Have a great night.